So if you have been keeping up with my content, I made 2 videos saying in the last days people heart will wax cold, which is pretty much turning away from the faith. And I've been seeing a lot of videos surface lately talking about how they are going to not read the Bible anymore. They want to get away from Bible and Christianity content and just, you know, go their spiritual route and find God. There's nothing wrong with seeking God. There's nothing wrong with trying to go deeper in God. But a lot of them is pretty much saying that I'm just going to give up Christianity altogether, give up the race. Now, the thing is that we sometimes get frustrated on our walk because the enemy will cause us to think that we're not doing good enough, that, God isn't pleased with us in areas, and that everything that God promised us is a lie. And a lot of times I find that people do want to renounce the faith because they feel like people have failed them. And the thing is, we can't put our trust in men, right? And that means no gender, male or female. I'm not talking about gender. But we can't put our trust in people, because when we put our trust in people, we put them on this pedestal that causes them to be high and mighty in our eyes. And then when they do something wrong, it affects us emotionally, mentally. And it causes us to be in a place to think that, oh God, why'd you let this happen to me? And God is like, I never told you to follow that person. I never told you to put him on that pedestal. You yourself put him on that pedestal. A lot of times we get so frustrated on our journey, and sometimes the enemy will play mind games with us. God is already revealing things to you, but sometimes we just don't perceive it, right? That's why it says that God speaks to us 1 time, 2 times, and he even shows up in a dream, but we don't perceive it because we want God to show up in a way that we want him to show up. Can I tell you something? God literally showed up in a way I didn't even expect. He had revealed something to me at the time when I was breaking down. Like, I wanted to cry. I wanted to throw in a towel. I'm going to be honest. I was so frustrated because of the things that he was calling me to do. And I remember I was so frustrated. But that day I put on this particular outfit. The outfit was so weird. And I know God had me put on this outfit because it was like, why would I wear that? But I put it on. I was trying to hurry up and I was going to pick my mom up. I remember sitting at a red light and there was a semi truck matching. The cab was matching my sweatshirt, and then my sweatpants was matching the trailer. So it was like a maroon color, or whatever you want to call it, maroon color sweatshirt, and my sweatpants were orange. Weird, I know. But it looked cute, low-key. But I remember that morning when I grabbed it, it was something about it. I looked at it and I just grabbed it. But I remember being at the red light, waiting to turn to get my mom, and I started almost tearing up. Like, I can feel like the tears were about to just fall. And at that point, I was talking to God in my heart. I'm like, God, like, I don't want to be stuck here. I don't want to stay here. And God sent that semi truck at that very moment just to remind me that I wasn't going to stay where I was. Now, the thing is that a semi truck usually represent provision, especially the realm of the spirit. So we have to understand that God is there for us. Just because we're not perceiving the things that God is showing or revealing to us does not mean he's not talking to you. It does not mean that he's not answering you. May God grant you understanding, because even in this time, it's not the time to give up. That's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants you to grow so frustrated that you throw in the towel, that you give up, but you already at the edge of your breakthrough. You already at the edge of your elevation that he's about to take you to, but you give up too soon because you allow the enemy to make you think that God is not listening, God is not answering, but that is a lie.